Hey, what's going on, guys? Maldiva here, and today I'm going to be doing my Demonology talent guide for BFA. And I just wanted to note that as of right now, I feel like Affliction is definitely the top spec for PvP at the moment. Demonology just kind of lacks the damage, but it is a pretty fun spec to play, so I highly recommend you at least give it a try and see what you think. And what I'm going to be showing off today is the build that I've been most comfortable with and enjoying the most. So I'm curious to hear in the comments if you guys have been playing a different build or even a similar build, what your thoughts are. So just let me know. But anyways, getting into it, for the level 15 talent, I'm going to pick up Demonic Strength. This is a really nice cooldown to use, and it also adds in a bit of cleave. When I look at my damage breakdown, the Fellstorm is pretty close to the top most of the time, so really nice cooldown to have. For level 30, I'm going to say you have two options. As you can see, I have picked up Doom. Doom is probably better in, let's say, Battlegrounds and even 3s, where you have a healer and there's like longer games. But in, let's say, a duel or 2s, you're going to be finished off pretty quickly. Unless you're playing with a healer in 2s, then I could kind of see it. But if you're doing double DPS or any duel that's going to be fast, Power Siphon is going to be the way to go. Get those demonic cores and just start ramping up the damage and summoning more wild imps. For level 45, Demon Skin is my pick for long games. So if I was doing a duel or 2s again, I would pick up Dark Pact for the big shield. But this is only better in, let's say, shorter fights. Longer fights, you're going to want Demon Skin. For level 60, I picked up Soul Strike. This is a really nice cooldown, very, very short, and it generates a shard. The only bad thing about this ability is you as the player have to be in line of sight of the enemy, and your pet has to be like in close range. He can't be Nova'd or CC'd or whatever, so that can get a little bit annoying because it won't let you use it unless he is actually on the target or close. For 75, I default into Demonic Circle. I just really enjoy having that extra mobility if I need to, let's say, escape or even chase down an enemy. Mortal Coil is the other option. You can use that for duels if it's like versus Spellcaster or even some melee. You'd probably be better off with this. Plus, it also has the heal built into it. So either or, and Dark Fury is just the worst talent I've ever seen. I'll have to give it that. Probably the worst talent. Never, ever could I imagine playing this, especially as Demo, because you have that in the other specs as well. But yeah, I would not play it. Casted ability, you already have enough stuns as Demo. You don't need that. I can't even believe they even put that in there. But anyways, moving on. That was just my opinion on the whole thing. For 90, I am spec'd Inner Demons. I really enjoy this because I'll already have a passive imp out, and this synergizes pretty well if you're going to pick up Power Siphon too. I think the Grimoire Felguard does a decent amount of damage, but they raised the cooldown to 2 minutes instead of 1.5 minutes. So if they ever buff Fellord, this doesn't really line up with it anymore like it used to add in that extra stun to get them stuck in it. So that's kind of unfortunate. I just didn't want to deal with it. It's too long of a cooldown for me, so I picked up Inner Demons. You also have a chance to summon an additional demon that the damage breakdown, it's pretty low, but it summons extra pets just to annoy your enemy, I guess. Does a little bit of damage, but anyways. And for the last one, I am playing Sacrifice Souls. So Shadow Bolt and Demon Bolt deal 5% additional damage per demon that I have summoned. So if I have like a ton of imps and let's say Dreadstalkers, and I pulled out my Tyrant to even extend the duration, all my Shadow Bolts and Demon Bolts are going to do a crap ton of damage. And I was playing with Demonic Consumption before, but someone made a good point that I pull out the Tyrant, he kills off all my imps, I lose all the imp damage, and then my Tyrant, he either gets line of sighted or crowd controlled, and he only lasts for a short period of time. So I felt like I benefited more from Sacrifice Souls compared to Demonic Consumption. But there are certain situations, if you can free cast and buff your Tyrant, he becomes very, very powerful. He can get over 100% increased damage if you have enough imps out. So, but he just seemed to get CC'd a lot in 3s and in even 2s, so I just stopped playing with it. In 2s, it's a little bit harder to even get the shards for the extra imps, so Sacrifice Souls seemed like a better pick for me. And Nether Portal is just kind of a terrible talent as well. They either need to change it to make it instant or lower the shard cost or maybe even make it free. I just think it costs way too much, too long of a cast time, and too long of a cooldown. And also the window that you have to summon and spend shards is too short. So I would never really play that at all. Now moving on to the PvP talents, I pretty much always stay defaulted with my Gladiator's Medallion. It's always good to have that on-use trinket. For the next 3, Call Felhunter, this is obviously going to be used in 3s if there's a healer, which most likely there will be. You want the spell lock, it's 100% needed. And if you're doing, let's say, 2s or dueling a warrior, any physical DPS, you don't need the Call Felhunter talent. So you can either go with one of the curses, I'd say. Fellord, the damage, it needs to be buffed. It does not do a lot of damage. It says 5% of their max health, which is terrible. So I wouldn't use that. Call Observer is pretty interesting. I've tested it. It does a good amount of damage. I think it was bugged when I was using it, though. It seemed to last longer than it should have, at least when I tested it a while back. But if there's a spellcaster, you're going to be wanting to play Call Felhunter anyway, so I wouldn't even play that. So yeah, if there's a physical DPS, no Call Felhunter. Play one of the curses, like Weakness if you want to try to outlast, or Frag to go for the kill. And then I always default Master Summoner. You definitely want your Dreadstalkers to be instant. Less casting the better. 100% needed. And for the third one, Nether Ward for any spellcaster, and also like Windwalker Monk, you can reflect their karma. You can reflect Demon Hunter Kick, Death Knight Kick. I would say this is going to be the best pick. If not, you can pair up, let's say, 2 curses, or I don't really like Casting Circle anymore. I don't like the way they changed it to it takes the immunity to interrupts and silence off your Unending Resolve. That kind of sucks, so that's why I don't play that anymore. Essence Drain could be an interesting pickup for a physical DPS. You can go like Weakness, Essence Drain. That'd be viable. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope it helped. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you have any Warlock questions, there's multiple ways to get a hold of me. All the links will be in the description down below. And thank you all. I'll see you guys in the next video.